Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3 faction war this is, Angstrom Heights and Chaos Space Marines versus Imperial Guard. For the blue Chaos fellas, Triumph is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, some Thousand Suns elite scheme alongside. SchmusCriminal as a Plague Champion starts off with damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can debilitate enemies and support allies, can repair for you too. Death Guard elite scheme here. Rounding off the blue Chaos fellas, AP Buckhead as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. World Eaters elite scheme. For the red guard, you have Saint Galahad as a Lord General, fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers, really strong defense and support, can also add to the retinue. Alongside, two Inquisitors. First up is ST.a.NK.o.M, already running off. Is that the Death Core of Krieg? It is, the DLC. And Starfall. These are offensive heroes with powerful control abilities, begin in melee, but can get specialized ranged weapons. Bunch of Sentinels, ST.a.NK.o.M with double Sentinels up here. And one each for Starfall and Saint Galahad. In fact, this one pushed all the way through onto the Chaos Natural VP. Couldn't get the decap though. Heretics will chase it off with some bolter fire from these Chaos Space Marines. Plague Champion with some Nurgle Worship sitting pretty in the mid. And he's so very pretty. Chaos Lord leading the line, taking a bunch of damage from Lasguns. That Sentinel's getting kind of low. Kill the weak doesn't work on Sentinels, I don't think, buddy. And now you need to run. You're going to be alright? I think he's alright. Plague Champion pushes forward now with Chaos Space Marines and Heretics. Heretics get their melee charge going into some terrified guardsmen who promptly leave. I don't think you needed to really Doom Blast them there, fellas, but I guess they got them to run. Are they just going to back up and worship now? Plague Champion's taking a forward position behind some heavy cover. There's some Nurgle Worship, and there is the Hammer of the Witches, starting ability of the Inquisitor. A very bloody good one too. There is a bit of a casting time on it, but then you get a stun and some damage, and the Plague Champion dart goes down. I don't know what happened there. He went wandering forward, distracted by something perhaps, I'm not sure. Maybe he was like positioning his CSM somewhere. Speaking of CSM, these fellas for Buckhead have lost a model, but there's some more. And we have some grenade launcher heretics too. Are you trying to melee the Sentinel? Yes, your World Eaters just melee everything. Power armored elbows, go. Sentinel is being repaired. I don't think they can out-repair CSM melee, but maybe we'll never find out because they got stomped in the face. Here comes some heretics being tied up by the Lord General and Derek and Nigel, of course, in there doing their bits. Not sure how they feel about going into melee with Chaos Space Marines and stuff, but heretics may be alright, especially if they have grenade launchers to smack you with. 451 to 488 very early on, 2-1 for the Imperial Guard. Hammer of the Witches couldn't quite get a model there. Here's some more CSM for SchmusCriminal with Eternal War for 20% more damage to melee and ranged attacks. Might need to take some heavy cover there, fellas, although Inquisitor's got herself a Holy Brazier, a power melee weapon with the Holy Pyre. So she's going to close some melee anyway. Meanwhile, the Lord General of Saint Galahad has pushed through and stayed on this VP and is actually capping it, throwing up a multi-laser turret. Got double guardsman here and a Sentinel. And who needs anything else? Although Havocs are in play, so this could be awkward. Lord General goes for the melee. Has a Medical Sergeant, but Derek and Nigel in big trouble. They've fallen. Medical Sergeant goes down. The Lord General goes down. Surprised they pushed that hard to distract for the Sentinel. I thought they would have backed the hell off once he got caught in suppression there. 427 to 488. Triumph insisting that he's fine in the southwest here. Well, the power's still up. What more do you want? Bunch of Sentinels. More CSM for Triumph after the Havocs that they have. And there's the Havocs of Buckhead. So they have the same build, double CSM and Havocs. Just a bit of a different order. Can someone revive the poor Lord General? And more importantly, Derek and Nigel back on the field, please. Aspiring Champion Heretics for SchmusCriminal. And there's double Eternal War CSM. There's a lot of range damage output alongside the Plague Champion. Can focus down a hero decently well, I think, especially if they're low level. as they would be at this point. So blue team breaking out, trying to bash that node to steal it maybe. SchmusCriminal can help. That leaves the mid completely open for ST.a.NK.o.M to cap it for the guard, and they get a triple cap going. Just lost it there to the double. Oh, Inquisitor down in the southwest is Starfall. ST.a.NK.o.M can maybe get a bunch of XP reviving both of these heroes if they can. Here's the Inquisitor going for a bit of a flank. Triumph backing off a bit. There's the Doom Bolts, there it is. On those guardsmen as they closed in. Not sure why those guardsmen are getting so close, but they shot down the Chaos Sorcerer, maybe to support these Sentinels, so they're close enough to start repairing it. In fact, they should start repairing. There we go. Catachan Devils closing in. These fellas have shotguns and a grenade launcher and some power melee. Very versatile squad. Meanwhile, double Chaos Space Marines of Buckhead. These guys do not have Eternal War though. Power was spent on the Havocs, and now they go tier 2. No war gear for the Chaos Lord. Maybe some Armor of the Inferno in tier 2 for a whole bunch of fireballs. Derek and Nigel are back with us. There's a Sentinel Stomp on the Chaos Lord's face. Oh wow, they almost wiped that Chaos Space Marine squad. They barely got away there with a single model. Barely got away. Chaos Heretics with their grenade launchers also need to run. CSM trying to stick it out for a bit. Keep these guys pinned back, but they also have to run. Now, are they going to try and get all the way through to this power now? Always have to make that decision. Do you have to push hard to get onto natural power? Or do you try and cap up some of these central points here? Can be a tough decision. Tier 2 for Triumph. Buckhead is there, and SchmusCriminal got some Noise Marines with a Sonic Blaster. And, you know, to be noisy. Heretics with the Sparring Champion and grenade launchers for Triumph. Doom Bolts. A decent hit there. You have some Sentinel Missile Launcher action for ST.a.NK.o.M. In fact, double the Sentinel Missile Launchers and one for Starfall. They can switch between frag missiles for infantry, as you're seeing here, and anti-vehicle crack missiles. But that Sentinel's in trouble. Stood there way too long in front of Havocs and a heavy bolter, but does get away, it seems. I think the Sorcerer was looking for the Doom Bolts to finish it off, but he got stunned by the Inquisitor there. Stunned for the Noise Marines, also Hammer of the Witches. That is a sail from Excruciators. And we have the Liber Heresius for ST.a.NK.o.M's Inquisitor. What about Starfall? Interrogator's Armor for some sneakiness. Perhaps looking to get Ogrins up. Oh wow. Noise Marines got slayed by the Power Melee Inquisitor here. 256 to 488. A double cap for Imperial Guard. Triumph trying to lock down the power with Havocs, but yeah, I was going to say needs an assist, and here comes SchmusCriminal with an assist. Heretics and the Plague Champion here. Not sure where the CSM are. They are back at base. Healing up. There's the tier 2 for SchmusCriminal. They floated for a while, eh? That was a big old float there. Heretics run. Triumph runs. Double CSM just backing off. Plague Champion goes for the central contested victory point. Oh, threw up a heavy bolter turret on this VP. Look at the coverage there. And let the Galaxy burn. Armor of the Inferno is indeed in for AP Buckhead. And there's that. Oh, Mark of Tzeentch. Mark of Tzeentch for the CSM. I don't think they got Eternal War though. I don't see the Chaos Insignias around their weapons. 216 to 488 on the VPs. Mark of Tzeentch are powerful anti-infantry CSM. Usually reserved for taking on heavy infantry and super heavy infantry, which the Imperial Guard don't have a lot of. They do have some of it. Plague Champion does some decent damage to the Inquisitor there, but she's able to tough it out and grab that VP, I think. There's some Sentinel support. Sentinels gone down for Starfall. Chimera on the way. Support vehicle for the Guard. And this could be nasty for the Catachans. Grenade Launcher Heretics and Doom Bolts coming in. And they have to flee. Got some Plasma Guardsmen here. Plasma weapons will do extra versus heavy infantry and super heavy infantry. And there's a Chimera to reinforce these fellas in the field. Look at that. Can reinforce 2 at a time with their sergeant, 3 at a time if they get the sergeant and the commissar. Meanwhile, whole bunch of fire thrown in. Sentinel's not too bothered about it. And there's a Holy Pyre as well. More fire. Oh no. Mark of Zinc CSM also for SchmusCriminal. They are really effective against Sentinels. And took one down there. ST.a.NK.o.M has one left. St. Galahad dropped theirs. And of course Starfall dropped theirs as well. There you see it. Is that why the Mark of Zinc CSM have been purchased? That's a lot to put out to kill some Sentinels, but I guess they were doing some good work, eh? Stormtroopers here for ST.a.NK.o.M with an assault kit on the way. Power being rebuilt. Big old retreat from SchmusCriminal. Noise Marines back in play with Blastmaster. I guess they were replaced in Tier 2. Chaos have the central points of the map at the moment. They even noted this. Meanwhile, back in the southwest. Was that a Hell Fury? Must have been. Some guardsmen running away. And we have the Rod of Warp Fire for the Sorcerer. Awesome weapon. Gives you a decent ranged attack with your Sorcerer. And you can Warp Fire stuff. Warp Fire is like a line of Warp Fire, I guess, that can knock stuff over. Does some good, decent damage, doesn't it? Yeah, 80 plasma cannon damage. Not bad at all. 216 to 377 on the VPs. There's the 2-1 for Chaos. Can they start to stabilize and mount a comeback now? There's that auto cannon doing work. Gonna eat a grenade though. Maybe. Actually got knocked out of the grenade by the Inquisitor's special attack there. Speaking of melee, Plague Fist is in there. Plague Champion levels to 2. Does a special attack, then runs away. Should be alright. Got some Nurgle worship going on. Double CSM are there with their Mark of Zinch. 2-1 for Chaos still. What's going on over here? You're just hanging out on your VP? Or are you waiting for something specifically? Doesn't want to push up there. Wants to keep that VP nice and safe and sound. Noise Marines setting up with that Artillery Blastmaster weapon. Can they get a good shot off here? Just out of range, these guardsmen. The node is down and they've taken Gen. They're really going for this power bash pretty hard here, the blue team. And why not? They have the central VP. Looks like AP Buckhead has now pushed up in the northeast. Grenade launcher barrage action. Chaos stored in amongst a bunch of poor guardsmen. Getting levels. Level 2. And these Lord General now has the Commissar retinue member in there, which gives him a big old shield he can throw up. These Stormtroopers having a bad time. Just got a heal from the Medical Sergeant. I don't know why I always call him a Medical Sergeant. I guess he's just a medic, is he? I don't know what the actual tooltip calls him. I think it's just medic. Stormtroopers were wiped. That was quite sloppy from St. Galahad. I'm not sure what he was waiting for there. Maybe he was waiting for the Commissar shield cooldown to come up, but I don't think that would have saved them. Chimera back there, not wanting to get forward because of the Blastmaster, I guess. Could get a big hit if they retarget these guardsmen. Targeting the Inquisitor at the moment, though. Plague Champion level 2 needs to run again. Needs to get an armor upgrade if he wants to be running into melee. Can't really do that with 714 hit points there, bud. Although the Inquisitor's doing it with 720, but she's a bit quicker. And can stun things. I guess we're going to see a lot of defensive capping from the Pestilence Strike. AP Buckhead goes tier 3. The other Chaos fellas already in tier 3. So is St. Galahad and ST.a.NK.o.M. In fact, Chaos Terminators hitting the field for Triumph. Kashyyyk on the way for St. Galahad. Those guys needing to recover their numbers a bit here. They fought quite well with pretty small armies, using that Chimera backup and some decent Inquisitor play. Mandate up here for Starfall. Starfall 1, technically, I think it says. The first one. 212 to 275 on the VPs. Ah, Chaos Lord's fallen over. And the CSM in big trouble. Run away, fellas. Yeah, a whole bunch of Plasma Guardsmen will trade pretty damn well with the Marines. Imperial Abyss needs to resist the urge to retreat, because that would have gone right through the Abyss, and they did the right thing and actually pushed forward there, away from the Abyss. Nice idea from Buckhead, though. Just didn't quite have the firepower there to make them retreat. You guys got messed up by something. Oh, Blastmaster hit. That was a really nice shot. Stormtroopers backing off. And it's a Stormblade on the way for ST.a.NK.o.M. Terminator's got anything yet? No. I mean, they'll do a huge amount of good work with those combi bolters anyway. Combi bolters will shred the poor guardsmen and the Stormtroopers. Kasrkin are heavy infantry, so they will resist regular piercing damage from bolt guns and stuff. Going for melters after getting their sergeant. These guys are limited to one, can switch their special weapon out as much as they like, and they get some good mobility and fast capping, as well as grenades. Can do a lot for you, those fellas. 195 to 257 on the VPs. Melter guns aren't firing. I think they needed to give another attack order there, because those melter guns came in as they were attacking or something. Chaos Lord's going after him as the demonic visage debuff things on attack. 25% damage reduction for 5 seconds. I feel like it should be a bit longer than 5 seconds. That's kind of stingy. War Boss kind of gets the same thing, just passively. Hive Tyrant can do kind of the same thing by yelling really loudly. The Chaos Lord actually has to hit stuff. Maybe the War Gear's a bit cheaper for him. Down goes the... Oh, wow, the Kasrkin wiped. That was very sloppy from St. Galahad. They went for the garrison, I think, and it didn't work out. And then down they go. Leman Russ is in, though. Pulled in, I think, from the Global Bar. Could get Executioner. And blast some Marines. Nothing yet. We do have the autocannon up for the Chaos Terminator. There is the Stormblade. A bit of a misfire there for some reason. 195 to 215. The VPs are actually very even. Imperial Guard have contested this quite well despite their low numbers for a while. Starting to get some big guns up, though. This thing with the plasma blast gun, I believe they call it. It can't turn. So you need to turn the entire tank to aim stuff. Aim at stuff, I should say. But it's nice. Blastmaster sets up. That will do some damage to the heavy tank. Oh, there's an Landraider Phobos. That'll do some work as well. Could be very aggressive with it and then warp it away with the Sorcerer. Speaking of warping stuff, Sigil of the Rift is in. 195 to 215. It's one way to stop caps. Just throw a rift on it. You just saw the warp fire going in, and those guardsmen have wiped. 1-to-1 cap. No one can grab the mid. What is this? Some power bashing Chaos Space Marines. Warp fire. Not sure how much energy it takes, or what the cooldown is. But he's got 160 energy at the moment, this Sorcerer. Demon armor as well could help get some caps going. Phobos getting some repairs. It is a demon, so you can just worship this thing to heal it, but repairing is a bit more efficient. There's a sail on the Terminators. They are busy capping. The Inquisitor can really mess with Terminators with all of her control abilities, because these guys can't retreat from stuff. So when she stuns them or locks them in Excruciators, they are just stuck there. Manticore in for Starfall. Another Phobos, this time for Buckhead. And Plague Marines in for SchmusCriminal. They expect vehicles, I suppose. We do see the Executioner for the Leman Russ of St. Galahad taking out this turret at the moment. Some Marco Zinch fellas coming in, but they won't trade well with it, with these Inferno PvP bolt guns. Double guardsman support, and they have plasma as well. I believe, yeah, I don't think they fire when they're repairing, though. Oh, there we go. They are firing. Completely wrong immediately. That was weird. Seemed to aim at the tank with that. Now going for lightning claws, which is I don't think that's the way to do it there, but 50 power to get a very scary power melee weapon against a bunch of guardsmen. I don't think that's worth. But it's a Chaos Lord. He wants to slaughter things. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, in the mid, it's blue for Chaos. More Chaos Terminators for Triumph. Oh, they just teleported away. I thought they were just called in. Oh, they're trying to get after this tank. Doing a good job. They can fire the autocannon as they move with decent accuracy. St. Galahad did steal the VP, though that was really well played to get that VP. There's the Phobos of Buckhead. That'll put pressure on the Leman Russ. Triple cap. Couldn't quite get the triple cap because of the Noise Marines. No triple cap for you. She's still trying to do it, though, this Inquisitor, for some reason. Run away. There we go. 1-5. Oh! Leman Russ did go down. Who got the Leman Russ? Oh, I think the Terminators just chased it down, you know. Look at it. Yeah. I think the Terminators just chased it down. Gonna get my CSM killed. They're useless now, says Triumph. With Mark of Tzeentch. Plague Marines are in. A snaring missile launcher can help you deal with vehicles, that's for sure. Phobos is gonna park itself up there, is it? Alright. Chaos Lord menacingly just running towards stuff in general. Level 6. Done a bunch of slaughter already, this guy. Maybe the plan is to hunt down the enemy heroes with these claws. Well, just ran up to the Inquisitor and shot her with fire balls and left. Did not elaborate further. Plague Champion going for the cap, but gets a rocket run in his face. That doesn't help his jawline. Look at it. Manticore on the way for ST.a.NK.o.M. I haven't seen Starfall shoot this Manticore, but it's got XP and stuff. So I've just been a dum-dum and missed him. Double Land Raider Phobos in the mid. Big threat to the Stormblade, that is. Need some more anti-vehicle Imperial Guard, fellas. I guess the Manticores are your anti-vehicle, eh? They do have Melter Guns, Lord General as well. Derek and Nigel get the Melter Guns also. Phobos with the Dirge Caster trying to push on the Stormblade. Plague Marine support in there too. Maybe the Plague Champion could run up and do a Pestilent Strike to help out these Land Raiders. Maybe it's been used already. That Stormblade has been hunted hard. Both the Inquisitors go down. Terminator's doing a lot of work. There's a Manticore Strike. Where is it aimed at? Oh, it's aimed at the Terminators, I think. Where the heck was it aimed? I think it was the Terminators. Could do a really short range Manticore Strike here. That would be hard to dodge for those Phoboses. Or you could get blown up by them. Sigil of the Rift used to send Terminators in closer without using their own teleport. Are you going to shoot? There we go. Trying to take out the Manticore. And I'm not sure if they can be stopped here. Stormblade is also really low. Manticore goes down as a big shot from the Stormblade. And then did they teleport out or did they get warped out? I think they got warped out. Yeah, and there's more Chaos Terminators for Triumph, who now has a Predator tank. And not much else. Some Heretics and stuff. What else do you need, I guess? 123 to 180, 2-to-1 cap for the Chaos Space Marines. They are slightly behind on VPs. All the Inquisitors getting back to their feet. Level 8 Lord General now for St. Galahad. Probably doing some quite nasty damage with these Melter Guns now. Heavy Weapon Squad for ST.a.NK.o.M. can get a Las Cannon perhaps. Some Kassakin for Starfall. What is St. Galahad's plan? Is it Leman Russ with Vanquisher? Because these Phoboses are a menace. Plague Champion's busy repairing. So are some Heretics. And there's Shrines going up. The Shrine of Tzeentch will shoot Doom Bolts. And there's a Shrine of Nurgle. Can reinforce stuff and heal it and things. And suppress infantry if it gets close. 123 to 154. Baneblade in play for St. Galahad. That was the plan. I didn't actually notice it being built. I'm actually absolutely just going more and more blind as I get older. Level 7 Chaos Sorcerer. Down goes the Inquisitor. Not sure what she was up to. Maybe trying to get vision for a Manticore Strike or something. Oh, Starfall doesn't have a Manticore anymore. That's right. Rocket Run thrown in. Was it vision for this? Some decent runs in there. Did they wipe the Heretics though? I don't know if they did. SchmusCriminal. Oh, SchmusCriminal's Heretics were wiped. So they can't worship their shrine. Although you can worship allied shrines with your Heretics. It does work. VPs are going to be evened up very soon. What is this? That is a very angry Chaos Lord and another Ornate Imperial Abyss, which has again been dodged quite well by St. Galahad. Runs away, then retreats. Baneblade. What are you up to there? I don't think you want to go too much far forward than that. Inquisitor runs away, just trying to get a decap on the mid, but there's the mandate, I suppose. That'll let her get a decap at least. Starfall still down. I think she can get revived there, though. The Inquisitor. Baneblade versus Landbreader Phobos with Plague Marine and Terminator support. This is a massive misplay from St. Galahad. Why would you push your Baneblade up like this, knowing that there's 2 Phobos in the mid and Terminators and stuff, and more Terminators coming in for SchmusCriminal. Pretty sloppy there from St. Galahad. Just, I mean, trying to make something happen on the VP, I guess. And he did get a decap. Lord General still running. And yes, retreating units can just run through stuff, otherwise problems occur with pathing. Level 8, that Lord General, eh? On their way to 9 too. Big Stormblade shot. That Phobos is really low, taking las cannon shots. They've almost got it. Is it out of range? I think it's out of range. There's another Mark of Zinch Havoc squad with the las cannon up top there, being battered around by a creeping barrage. 113 to 101. Awesome running battle in the mid here. That Phobos needs repairs badly on the right of the screen. Lots of repairs for the Stormblade. Can it hold on? It's taking huge amounts of damage. Look at all of that demoralization from the Chaos Terminator kills as well. Can they get the Phobos down? They can. So many repairs. That's triple autocannon Chaos Terminators in there though. Triumph uses Sigil of the Rift to break up some of that repair power, which worked quite well. Did work quite well because they were all reinforcing off the Chimera, you see. Terminator is dropping a model there, I think. Yep. 2 of their models actually. Plague Marine's now running away. 107 to 87 on the VPs. Double Melter Stormtroopers were trying to get in on the Phobos. And the Dirge Caster says no. That stuns units and debuffs their damage output, I believe. Las Cannon back in play for Starfall. Might be able to get some hits on the Terminators. Oh wow. Guardsman getting torn apart there. Big Stormblade shot, that was quite good. Double Stormtroopers are St. Galahad's. They need a way to bait out the Dirge Caster before sending in the Stormtroopers. Maybe just sending the Lord General in would be enough to bait it with the melter guns. Ideally, it'd be something else you could actually use these melter guns to fire. Not sure though. I don't think Guardsmen would do it. I don't think they Dirge Caster a couple of Guardsmen, but maybe. Maybe they just see stuff and panic and press the Dirge Caster. Plasma Kassakin piling some damage onto the Terminators, but they're not going to be able to trade. They just have too many hit points. Down to 42 VPs. The Guard. The Inquisitor gets torn up after her mandate ended. Stormtroopers trying to get in again, being all sneaky-like. Big Stormblade shot. Stormtroopers coming back in. Throwing melters, I think. And then one of them died, the other one ran away. Didn't work out too great. Yeah, I think that Baneblade loss was the turning point. If they just kept that thing in play, back here safe with the Stormblade, Awesome play from ST.A.NK.o.M with the Stormblade to keep it alive and take things down. I mean, it might die right now. Yeah, just as soon as I say that, it gets nuked, and Marco Zinch predatored, and down it goes. But they did great with it up until then. There's 5 Chaos Terminator squads on the field. 107 to 10 on the VPs. Look at this, though. St. Galahad. Oh, couldn't quite do it. They have conceded. They had no armies left. Awesome game, though. What did we see here? A level 10 Sorcerer from Triumph. They were incredibly strong with the Sorcerer there. Level 5 Plague Champion. Did get Armor of Pestilence. Level 8 Chaos Lord. Did some work with those claws, I guess, eh? A level 8 Lord General. 4 Inquisitor and a 3 Inquisitor. Yeah, I think those ladies needed to stay on the field to help with all these Terminators here. But there you have it. Chaos Space Marines victorious. Thank you all for watching. Big thanks to these players for playing us a faction war and sending it in. And I'll see you all next time.